Yo, what's up guys, and welcome back to a brand new video here on my channel. And in today's video I'm gonna compare the very popular Apex Pro Tankulus with the GK61 with Gatron yellow optical switches. And I know for a fact that so many people want to know about these two keyboards and they want a comparison for a really long time. So therefore I just sat down today and played tons of hours of Arena, guys. I mean, Arena just got resetted today, so it's literally the perfect date. And I tried to play as much as I could with the GK61 since I'm already using the Apex Pro since over a year, so therefore it wouldn't really make sense for me to just grind them with the Apex. And I have to say, I'm quite surprised how well this keyboard is actually performing, especially for the price point. I mean, the GK61 costs around $50 and the Apex Pro around $220, depending on where you live. And I have to say the build quality on the GK61 is surprisingly good. If we just take a look at the GK61 itself right now, we have a small compact 60% keyboard with hot swappable optical switches which are insanely fast. And I have to say, in my personal opinion, actually the GK61 felt a little bit faster than the Apex Pro. This might also be just a placebo effect, you know, you're always switching keyboards and you maybe think yourself, okay, the GK61 might be faster, but actually even the first time trying out the GK61 I instantly noticed how responsive this keyboard actually is. Build quality wise, the GK61 might not be on the same level as the Apex Pro, which is 100% okay. I mean, we're talking about a $170 price difference between these two keyboards. And since it's also built with a 60% form factor, I could straight up put any keycaps on it, which I also did here in the background. As you can see, I put a red and white keycap set on it, and I have to say, this keyboard looks so clean with those keycaps. I had tons of fun trying it out in Arena myself, and I have to say the only annoying part about the GK61 were really the stabilizers and the sound of the keyboard itself. The case sounded quite hollow and the stabilizers weren't really the best. But on the other side, guys, on the Apex Pro the stabilizers also sound horrible, so therefore you can't really complain there too much. On top of that, the OmniPoint switches felt a tiny bit smoother, I have to say, in comparison with the Gatron optical yellow switches. This is all just my personal preference, but I have to mention it. And since I'm more into content creation, obviously guys, a TKL keyboard is a little bit more in handy for me than a 60% keyboard. Besides that, the RGB looked fantastic on the GK61, I have to say, and the delivered USB Type-C cable also looked really fancy. To be honest guys, almost all of the 60% keyboards come with the same cable. I mean, it's just this typical USB Type-C braided cable, which doesn't look bad at any terms, but I mean, it's also nothing like extra. And as a final conclusion, I have to say guys, the GK61 definitely is probably by now the best price to performance keyboard out there on the market. It's super fast, it has a great build quality, the stabilizers are okay. And just concerning that this keyboard on top is also hot swappable, which means that you have endless possibilities with trying out different switches. I have to say this might be actually the better price to performance keyboard 100%. The Apex Pro on the other side just has a fantastic build quality, really smooth switches, and overall I have to say the build quality of the Apex Pro also felt a little bit more solid since it's made out of aluminium, which overall just feels a little bit more heavy and stable. But other than that, I really don't have anything to complain on the GK61. And yeah guys, I'm gonna leave a link in the description where you can find yourself the GK61 for the cheapest price right now around, guys. And if you want to support today's video, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel. This would help me out so much. And if you still have any more questions, feel free to ask me them down in the comment section below. I try to answer as many as possible. And with that said, have a great day, have a great night whenever you're watching this, and until next time, stay awesome. I'm out. Peace.
That shit too light. Big foreign hoe, come get inside. Diamond Gucci link, come take a dive. Kill that shit, but just don't kill the vibe. Yeah, we the ones they talking about. We the rulers, we gon' hop inside the car.